We need strong and fair people who can make deals, and we need dreamers. And we need someone tough who's willing to say, you know what, we'll break this up into pieces and start over. But there's a certain number that's bigger than two. Cheryl. Miller's way of being a leader in basketball goes way beyond just the court. She believes in strong leadership and making quick decisions. Cheryl wants people to be firm when making deals to get what they want. Her ideas aren't just about the game itself, but about making women's basketball better for the future. Cheryl's job as someone who started things and as a leader is shown by how she always tries hard to be an example of the kind of big thinking. Leadership she thinks is really important for the sport's future. In everything Cheryl does, she shows what it means to be a strong leader. She has the spirit of never giving up, being determined, and coming up with new ideas. Her place in the game isn't just as a coach or someone who used to play, but as a light for others to follow. Cheryl's leadership is about making the path clear for kids who will play in the future. She wants to make sure the sport keeps getting bigger and better, with women being the main part of how it grows. Caitlin Clark, a rising star in women's basketball, has often thought about how much Cheryl Miller and her brother Reggie Miller have helped her career. Caitlin's love for the Miller family is easy to see in her heartfelt words. She likes both Cheryl and Reggie not only for what they've done for basketball, but also for being amazing people. The friendship Caitlin has with Cheryl is extra special. Cheryl's exciting energy and happy spirit have made a big impact on Caitlin. When they talk, it's full of warmth and fun, with Cheryl's humble attitude shining through even when she's being a coach. Caitlin remembers times when Cheryl, even though she's a legend, stays easy to talk to and down to earth. She focuses on the fun of the game and the friendship it creates. For Caitlin, being around Cheryl Miller and other basketball legends like Eddie Myers fills her with huge inspiration. The amazing things these icons have done and how they still influence people today show how great their legacy is and how much they care about the sport. Caitlin's thoughts on her journey show she really appreciates the support and help she's gotten from those who came before her. Caitlin Clark honestly talks about how hard it's been on her mind, body, and feelings from competing all the time. After competing nonstop for a whole year, Caitlin explains the hard parts that come with staying at a high level of playing. Even though people watching might think an athlete's journey looks easy, the truth is way more complicated and demanding. The mental stress of always competing, along with being physically tired and emotionally worn out, shows the struggles that athletes face that people don't usually see. Caitlin's honesty about what she's been through helps people understand why it's important to notice and deal with these challenges. It reminds us that even the most talented athletes need time to rest and get their energy back. Cheryl Miller coming back to coaching is a big moment in her career. Coaching without getting paid, Cheryl sees this chance as coming full circle, a way to give back to the sport that has given her so much. The honor of coaching great players, especially in Phoenix where her roots go deep, is something Cheryl really treasures. Cheryl's way of coaching is all about working together. She values what her players think, and she encouraged them to take charge of their game plans and strategies. This way of doing things creates an exciting and interactive space where players feel empowered to share their ideas and thoughts. Cheryl's excitement for her job as a coach is easy to feel. She loves the chance to support her team and be their biggest fan, finding joy in when they do well. Her thoughts on how important it is to return to Phoenix show the deep connections she feels with the team and the community. Cheryl's vision for the future is built on the strength and togetherness created by the past. She honors the contributions of amazing players like Jennifer Gillum, Michelle Timms, and Bridget Pettis. These players built the foundation for the team, and Cheryl is proud to stand with them as a leader who keeps building on what they started as young players grow up. Cheryl believes their understanding of tactics and ability to change will get better and better. She points out the growing confidence and fearlessness of these athletes, noting that how fast they improve makes them a scary team that opponents will hate to face. Cheryl's ideas about how young players develop show how important it is to help them grow and teach them to have strong confidence and the ability to bounce back. Cheryl Miller also really notices the improvements in women's basketball facilities. She talks about how amazing the practice facilities are, noting that they're better than most NBA teams' facilities. The super modern amenities and smart design of these facilities show how committed people are to excellence in women's sports. Cheryl praises the efforts of people like Matt who have made smart investments in these facilities. She points out how passion and smart spending have made the bar higher for women's athletics, setting a new standard for the sport. Cheryl's thoughts on how good the facilities are show the bigger commitment to making women's athletics better and how important it is to give athletes the resources they need to succeed. For Cheryl Miller, how important film study is in helping players develop cannot be overstated. She believes that film gives an honest view of what really happened during a game, offering truthful feedback that's super valuable for growth. Cheryl talks about how important it is to notice and celebrate successes along with learning from mistakes. By watching both the good and bad parts of how they played, athletes can get a complete understanding of what they're good at and what they need to work on. Cheryl's way of studying film is complete, focusing on both achievements and challenges to help athletes make their skills better and build confidence. Cheryl Miller has a deep appreciation for how a successful basketball team works. She believes that working together is the key to success, and she values the high basketball smarts of the players she coaches. Cheryl explains that it's one thing to know something, but it's another thing to be able to talk about it, understand it, and use it well in a game. Cheryl's ideas about how teams work show she believes in how important talking and working together are. She sees the future of women's basketball as very bright, especially for teams like Indiana, where young players are quickly learning to fix their mistakes and make changes during games. As these players keep developing, Cheryl believes they will become even scarier competitors. Cheryl Miller is especially impressed by how confident and fearless young athletes are today. She notices that as these players keep getting better, they become a team that others do not want to face. Their confidence and lack of fear make them a scary force on the court. Cheryl's thoughts on how confident and fearless young athletes show how important mental toughness is in sports. She believes that this way of thinking is really important for success and that it will help these athletes as they continue to grow and develop. Cheryl Miller has always put a strong focus on how important legacy and community are in women's basketball. She imagines the presence of amazing players like Jennifer Gillum, Michelle Timms, and Bridget Pettis as a reminder of the foundation they built for the team. Cheryl believes that the strength and togetherness these players brought to the court are really important to the team's success. The community's support, shown by the X Factor fan base, is also a really important part of the team's journey. Cheryl talks about how important this never-ending support is, which has powered the team's success and helped shape the legacy of women's basketball. Her thoughts on the deep connections within the team and the community show the lasting impact of those who have contributed to the sport. Cheryl Miller believes that the wave of momentum in women's basketball shows the bigger journey of the sport around the whole world. She sees the growth and the increased attention as a good trend that has been building over time. Cheryl is hopeful that the teams she coaches will keep upholding the culture and level of success that have defined the WNBA. While Cheryl admits that the team she is currently coaching may not be the one to change the landscape of women's basketball completely, she believes they are part of the ongoing upward direction. Cheryl's view on the global impact of women's BSKETBLL shows how important it is to keep going and keep trying hard to make the sport better.